So you should compare, contrast different authors. Yeah? So group authors who draw similar conclusions, as we said before. So one of the things I want to see is, or most examiners want to see, is you critique aspects of methodology. Yeah? Highlight areas in which authors are in disagreement. Yeah? So if they disagree with what the existing literature said, so you should be able to highlight that and perhaps maybe offer some suggestions as to why there could be a disagreement. So you should be able to highlight some studies that have really stood out. Maybe that can say, oh, this was really good to this. So you should be able to highlight research gaps, which I think you talked about just now. Show how your study relates to previous study, again, relevance, that somebody talked about just now. So show how your study relates to the literature in general. Yeah? So conclude by summarizing what the literature says. I think I've mentioned that before. So you need to conclude. So it's always good to have a summary section for your literature review to say, right, this chapter has looked at this. What it is clear that so has happened. It is clear that this and that we don't know. Therefore, this PhD will be addressing this area. Does that make sense? Everybody happy? It's like you are reading, when you are reading an article, they will tell you what is known in that area. They will tell you what has not been carried out, and they will tell you. So what you are doing is a larger scale of a published article, because yours is going to be more rigorous, yours is going to be more comprehensive than that. But it shouldn't be, but the format is basically going to be the same. So there are certain skills that are required to undertake effective literature review. So what I say to people is that because you need to have a good knowledge of the field, or of the topic. I mean, as I said, if I'm going to be doing some, maybe carrying out a literature review on, say, English, for example, it's not my area, so I won't be able to do anything about it. If I do it, it's not going to be an effective literature review. Or somebody who is doing, compression garment, I might be able to, because one of my masters was in sports medicine, so I might be relevant. But when it comes to garment, I might not know anything about it. But compression, perhaps, I might be able to. So you need to critically appraise, and that's what we said before, that your literature reviews should not just be descriptive. And for you to be able to critically appraise or evaluate the work that you have seen or that have been published in that area, you should have what we call critical appraiser skills. And then what this means is that you are somebody who is open-minded, who is objective. Because for you to be able to critically evaluate, you must be somebody who is open-minded, and you are not just opinionated. Does that make sense? Because if you are opinionated, that means you just be fixed in your ideas, whereas life is not like that. Research is not like that. Yeah. So you should have IT skills, very important, in particular if you are going to be doing systematic review, meta-analysis, or meta-synthesis, because you need to follow through systematically. So academic writing skills, very important. So remember, I know some people that they can write, if you ask them to write, the way they will write, but like somebody said, might not be relevant. So academic writing skills, citation, using references where appropriate, using quotation marks where appropriate, and very, these are important. I've talked about being objective. I've been challenged on this before, that as a qualitative researcher that you cannot be objective. I said, yes, what we are saying, we're not saying you be objective in the way you are doing your data collection, because if you are too objective in the way you are doing your data collection as a qualitative researcher, you might be missing some things. Yeah. Because you need to, somebody said you need to immerse yourself in the research. But what we are saying is that when you are challenging, because what you are doing, when you are doing writing your literature review, in particular doing critical appraisal or critical evaluation, you are challenging people's work. And for you to be able to challenge effectively, or to have that balanced challenge, you must be objective. That's what we are saying. So that you are not just running down somebody, so that you'll be able to be politically correct, if there's anything like that.